I was sternly warned by Panchagoda Prabhu not to get too esoteric. I don't want to ruffle anyone's feathers. But at the same time, I also feel that Vyasa Puja is a time to speak from the heart. Although, by my appearance, you see my dirty bead bag, Aindra's famous dirty bead bag. Prabhupada said Krishna consciousness means a clean bead bag. So sometimes devotees wonder why Aindra's always keeping a dirty bead bag. But actually, it is to remind me that I'm not as Krishna conscious as I may think I am. Please forgive me, this is my kind of madness. But as a Vyasa Puja offering, I would at least like to say that Srila Prabhupada is the greatest revolutionary that I've ever known. He's a revolutionary, and he's endeavored in many ways to try to inspire us to accept this principle of eternal revolution. Krishna consciousness is a revolution of consciousness. It's a change of heart. Although externally, for preaching, things are also important, that we have to manifest a certain preaching demeanor. But at the same time, we should understand that in truth, Krishna consciousness is more of an internal cultivation of the reality of our eternal relationship with Krishna. And that eternal relationship with Krishna also necessitates the step-by-step gradual realization of our eternal relationship with our eternal spiritual master. So, although, as Hari Prabhu was nicely pointing out, that for most of us, what is the Antara Swarup of Srila Prabhupada, it may not be clear to us. Prabhupada is told that people should not speculate about the eternal rasa of the spiritual master, but he should serve the spiritual master as a charja. He should see him as a charja and follow his example. We all know that Srila Prabhupada is called as Rupanuga. We are Prabhupada-nugas, and Prabhupada always adamantly claimed himself to be a Rupanuga. So that means that in our Sarak Deha, we should follow in the footsteps of Srila Rupa Goswami. It is essential that we uphold the standards of sadhana, practices of devotional service. But it is also essential that we simultaneously yearn, hope for the revelation of the truth of the internal Swarup of Rupa Goswami, of our predecessor Acharyas, and also of our own spiritual master. Interestingly enough, it should be understood that Krishna consciousness is multifaceted. There's oneness in diversity. It is not all one. When we say Rupanugas, it doesn't necessarily mean that we will all be followers of Srimati Rupa Manjari, per se. But because every individual soul will be having an individual relationship with Krishna, so that Krishna Shakti, it has its diverse Avesha manifestations. Just like Hari Sai Prabhu was pointing out, that Krishna was, Prabhupada is seen as Shakti Avesh avatar. He is seen as Swamiji, he is seen as Guru, and he is seen as avatar, Shakti Avesh avatar. But Shakti Avesh avatar doesn't necessarily imply that there's only one tattva involved, but rather there's multifaceted tattvas. Guru is representative of Krishna, and Krishna is Akila Rasamrita Sindhu Murti. He can manifest and reciprocate the desires of various living entities, of various disciples, according to their capacity for service, their service aptitude. So Srila Prabhupada also is capable and fit, he is most fit to manifest the Sarup to the sincere disciple according to the disciple's necessity. We should aspire for this. It is not that we should be complacent with a humdrum type of, let's say, goings on in our Krishna consciousness, that only to serve the preaching mission in an external way will suffice. Srila Prabhupada in Chaitanya Charitamrita very clearly states in one purport that realization of our eternal relationship with Krishna, meaning our eternal rasa with Krishna, that will greatly enhance our preaching. So everyone is thinking how to enhance our preaching work, but this much we should also take into consideration, that how desperate are we for self-realization. We want to represent our spiritual master. Earlier in the introductory reading about the meaning of vyasa puja, there was given this idea that it is a holistic event. It is a holistic affair. In that, I'm assuming that what he really means to say is that united we stand, divided we fall. Prabhupada gave the example that if there's one stick, it can easily be broken. But if it's bound together like a bundle, then it's very difficult to break that bundle of sticks. Yet, even though this is correct, still it should be understood that the society of devotees is made up of individuals. We should never neglect this individual responsibility. Individual doesn't mean independently thoughtful in the sense that we are independent of the indications and instructions of the spiritual master, but it means individually, personally thoughtful about our progress to the ultimate goal of our life, which is Krishna Prema, which has its Sarup. We have to take into consideration when that day will come, when our spiritual master will be so merciful and kind that he will reveal that Sarup to us, which is befitting our eternal relationship with him. So we should be very diligent to search it out up to this in all circumstances. Kamasya na indriya priti, labho jivita yavata, jivasya tattva jigyasa,
Na artho yasceha karma. Na artho yasceha karma means that there should be no other goal to any of our activities, day or night. Our every breath should be dedicated to the realization of our eternal relationship with our spiritual master. And in an effort to realize that, we go on pushing on the preaching mission of our spiritual master as an instrument in the hands of the predecessor acharyas. But it is so much important that we don't neglect the internal cultivation of our eternal relationship with Krishna. One time Srila Prabhupada told that it is not that we simply offer any damn flower to the deity. Sometimes we see that the pujari, he just throws any damn bunch of flowers on the arti tray. If you're there for Mangal Arti, many times we see this, that what you will receive, we're happy to receive whatever little prasadam we can get. But at the same time, our heart breaks to see that we are so thoughtless in our culture of devotional life. We have no Baba. If we have no Baba, then how can we expect that Krishna will reciprocate? Why not have the Baba? Baba is not a difficult thing. We think that it is very difficult. It progresses in stages from Shraddha to Prema. So Baba is the preliminary stage of love of Godhead. But just as Harisari was saying, I think I'm remembering it was you, that whether or not we love our spiritual master, whether or not we have any love for Krishna, it has to have its beginning. If we don't start now to love our spiritual master, to love Krishna, to think in terms of how to please Krishna, what will please Krishna the most, what will please our Guru the most, and live our life in those terms. This is the essence of this principle of Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam. Tasmad Gurum Prapadeta Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam Shabde Parechanisnatam. This principle of Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam. Tasmad Gurum Prapadeta Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam Shabde Parechanisnatam Brahmanya Pashamashritam. This Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam, this Jivasya Tattva Jigyasu, this Atato Brahma Jigyasu, to inquire about what is our eternal relationship with Krishna. It begins Jiva Swarup Hoy Krishna Nityadas, but this is a vague concept. We have to deepen our understanding. Not that we offer any damn flowers to Krishna, but with Baba. Prabhupada says that you pick out the most beautiful flower and you think that how Krishna will be satisfied with this beautiful flower. This is Baba. Prabhupada says this is Baba. This is called Bab Seva. There's a difference between Seva and Puja. We should understand it clearly. Seva, this Seva Bhavana, is the beginning of our love for Krishna. The beginning of our love for our spiritual master. To serve Krishna nicely for the pleasure of our spiritual master. Not that it becomes a burden. Not that our spiritual master has left us with a burden and now we have to drag along this burden. No. But that our spiritual master has given us the quintessence, what is it? Quintessence, excuse me, of the sweetness of the loving relationship with Krishna, and it will be gradually realized in increments if we start now. If we don't start now,
Now, if I'm not feeling enthused in Krishna consciousness, then maybe I should come and join such and such party on the other side of town. So I had to say to him, is there any reason why I shouldn't feel enthused in Krishna consciousness? Krishna is always accessible. My Guru is always accessible.
The instructions of my spiritual master are always accessible. Krishna is all attractive. Krishna's Swarup Shakti is also all attractive, as Krishna is also all attractive. And as Shakti Adesh, my Guru is also all attractive. His instructions are all attractive. There's no reason why I shouldn't have everything at my disposal to be attractive to the lotus feet of Krishna. This ISKCON movement is complete. We should never neglect this point. We should never misunderstand under some illusion and bewilderment that we don't have all the facilities for complete perfection at the feet of Srila Prabhupada in this ISKCON movement. This ISKCON movement is complete because everything is here. If you want it, if you want to have complete perfection, you can have it because Srila Prabhupada is dying to give us that thing. He wants to give us that. But he wants to see who is receptive. Who wants to get that thing? Who wants the eternal relationship with Krishna? Or who wants to be satisfied with love, puja, and pratishtha, and various other grosser manifestations of material consciousness in the name of Krishna consciousness? You can have all perfection. There's no doubt. Srila Prabhupada will give you all perfection. From him, everything is coming. It is not limited to the words written on a book. It is a heart's affair between the sincere disciple and the spiritual master. When the spiritual master is satisfied with the service attitude of the disciple, never mind what service. He may be the smallest pot washer. He may be the biggest guru or GPC man. These are all menial services at the feet of our spiritual master. There's no higher and lower service on the absolute platform. They're all menial services. When he's seen that we've actually taken up the menial service attitude, then he understands that we've actually come to the realization of Krishna Nityadas. Then he reveals more than the vague concept of the thing. He becomes satisfied. And by the satisfaction of the spiritual master, from a heart to a heart, he reveals everything to you. There's no doubt. It is quite possible. It's a question of the desire. By desire, we come into this material world. And by desire, we get out of the material world. If you have a pinch of desire for material gratifications, however subtle it may be, Krishna is so kind, Srila Prabhupada said, that he'll give you another chance to fulfill that material desire by awarding you another material body with which to pursue that paltry sense gratification. Krishna says that you value this pinch of material desire so much that you cannot give it up for someone as beautiful and wonderful as me. Srila Prabhupada is saying practically the same thing. You cannot surrender this pinch of material desire to have an eternal relationship with me in the association of Krishna and his Nitya Parikar. You want that pinch of material desire so badly? He said, okay, so you can have it. I'm not so cheap that I give myself so easily. Just like the gopis. I'm not going to get too esoteric. Just like the gopis. They went through painstaking, arduous practices of Raganuga Southern Bhakti in their previous lives. Some of them as the sages of Dandakaranya. You know the story. Everyone knows. 5 kopas it took them to finally be granted admittance into the Bhoma Lila of Krishna by taking their birth from the wombs of gopis. Yet still, although they had attained Swarup Siddhi in their previous lifetime, still, not all of them had sufficient adhikar to enter into the Ras Mandal and dance with Krishna in the Rasa dance. They did not have sufficient purvarag. You know what is purvarag? Purvarag means the anxiety, the anticipation, the hope, the intense greed to meet with Krishna, the intense desire to go to meet with Krishna. They did not have that sufficiently. They were not awarded their vastu siddhi. They did not have spiritual bodies yet. Some of them had, and they were able to go. Because it's individual. This point is an individual affair. Some of them were locked into their rooms, and some of them were able to go. The point is that in the ultimate issue, everyone has to fly his own plane. That doesn't mean that we don't take advantage while we're on the ground of the association of our God brothers. We don't take shiksha. We don't take good advices, good instruction to help us to gather strength and to get direction in our cultivation of Krishna consciousness. But at the time of death, when we're flying in formation, no other plane can help you. You have to know how to fly your plane. It's not enough that we pan off, we pass the buck of responsibility to the rest of the society. The society will save us. But individually, we all have to become Krishna conscious. Individually, we all have to take the responsibility, and individually, we all have to be prepared for revolution. We have to be prepared to change. So, my only request is that the basic underlying gist of all of this, please forgive me if I've taken too much time or if I've said anything which appears to be against the siddhanta of our predecessor acharyas. But my only request is that it may be that we have to individually, but we can individually do it together. We require good association. It's not enough to blame the others for being bad association. Anyone can do that. Blaming the others for being bad association. Prabhupada is told that we cannot blame anyone except ourselves for our lack of advancement in Krishna consciousness. There's no excuse for not being advanced in Krishna consciousness. It is our duty to be advanced association for the benefit of others. So at least we should try for it to our utmost for the satisfaction of Srila Prabhupada. So let that be my vyasa.
couldn't get down here to hear a little more of what's going on. You know, what has happened before is hard to I'm coming in green, so to speak. Usually I like to hear others speaking, and that gives me some inspiration also to formulate the ideas, or at least to bring out the ideas that I would like to share. Anyway, I would like to offer my respectful obeisances to all of you and to the feet of my holy god brother, Srila Guru Govinda Maharaj, and also to my Srila Prabhupada, and to all the acharyas in the line of disciplic succession, and also to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and my Lord Nityananda, and also to Srimati Radharani and her confidential associates, and at last to the lotus feet of Krishna. I think that it's a good idea that we should all leave the mission of our Guru and go to seek out the Rasik Vaishnav Sangha in other institutions, because we can hardly expect to find any such elevated association in the institution which is left by our Guru Maharaj. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. It is not that for our personal elevation, for our personal say welfare, that we should think to abandon the missionary work of our Guru, to abandon the purpose for which the Guru has established any institution, but rather it is incumbent upon us that we should try to do the needful in the matter of purifying our own heart. The process of purification is there. Of course, we find that sadhu sangha, sarva shastra ekhvai, lava matra sadhu sange, sarva siddhi hoy. It's interesting that we should note, if we will look at this shloka carefully, that lava matra indicates the 11th of a moment. What is the effect of the 11th of a moment of the association with a real sadhu? That is that all perfection, sarva siddhi, becomes possible on account of that 11th of a second. If someone is fortunate to have even that much association with the sadhu, then the seed of all perfection can be impregnated into his heart. Of course, sometimes we're greedy and want to get more and more 11ths of seconds with the hope that we may increase the the chances that we will get perfection in the culture of our spiritual life. We should always desire the association of the sadhus. But we should also understand that if we have had even the 11th of a second of association with that sadhu, that if we take what we've gotten to heart, even that 11th of a second of the association with such a sadhu can become the cause of our complete perfection. It's a question of whether or not we've actually taken that association to heart. If on the plea of searching out elevated sadhu sangha, Rasik Vaishnav sangha, or to searching out who was the Uttam Adhikari amongst us or beyond, we have to get that personal association. Otherwise, we don't feel that there's any chances for us to advance to the perfectional stage unless we're constantly clamoring at the feet of the sadhu. But what if the sadhu says that you go out on book distribution? What if the sadhu says that you should carry on with your practices of pure devotional bhajan, taking advantage of the literatures which have been left by the predecessor acharyas, taking advantage of our own Guru's literatures and the instructions therein. If we will be separated from that association, then is everything lost? If we will be separated from the association of our Guru, then is there no hope for us to progress to the perfectional stage? It is incumbent upon every disciple to remember the instructions of the spiritual master. And if he did not take them to heart, then by repeatedly remembering in the association of other serious and sincere devotees who are also endeavoring as real sadhakas, second-class Vaishnavas, who are actually premi bhaktas. There are two types of premi bhaktas. One is the perfectional, on the perfectional platform. He has attained
and is relishing the fruit of prema. And there's the other premi bhakta, who is very seriously aspiring to attain prema through the application of the principles of Uttama Bhakti. So it is certainly necessary for us to recognize what is Uttama Bhakti. If the Madhyam Adhikari cannot understand the goal and the process by which one can achieve the goal, then how can he be good association for anyone? Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in one book called Vaishnavism and Non-Bhajan, he recommends that it is the Madhyam Adhikari who is the best association. Because the Madhyam Adhikari, although the Uttam Adhikari who comes down to the Madhyam plane, he is obviously the best association. But many times, the Uttam Adhikari, he may do things which will be confusing to the aspiring Vaishnavas, the Kanishtas or the Madhyam Adhikaris, and it will be difficult for them to actually ascertain. There's Anusharan and Anukaran. So we may attempt to imitate the activities of an Uttamadhikari Vaishnava without actually understanding the purpose, the mentality, the real inspiration behind those activities. But because the Madhyam Adhikari is seriously endeavoring to follow the proper means, the favorable bhajan kriya by which he can expect to get the goal by the grace of his guru, then he is considered to be the best association, because he can always help us to have a proper idea about the activities which are relevant to our particular stage in development of pure devotion. So I just want to, by all of this, my endeavor is to encourage all the devotees. I don't know if there are any disciples of Gaur Govinda Maharaj here. Is there any disciple of Gaur Govinda Maharaj? I mean, Diksha proper. No, there is difference also. They have their different functions. But aside, I want to know, what I'm wanting to know is if there's anyone who is here listening to this discussion. So they're not, are they hearing? Then what is the benefit of all this? They don't understand English. Anyway. Yeah. Yes, anyway. Oh, this being recorded, okay. And then translated. So anyway, it would be nice if there was more participation of the disciples of their Guru Maharaj.
At any rate, we have the opportunity to have some kathas, so it is not in vain, it is not wasted, I hope. In any case, I just want to encourage that I've seen the drift of the mentality of many of Gaur Govinda Maharaj's disciples who are thinking, it's just like when you're out on the parking lot in America or someplace. I remember in my early days in Krishna consciousness, this was an opportunity for me to actually put to practice practically the instructions of my spiritual master in his physical absence, even though he may have been personally present on the planet at that time. But my experience is that there's no time or place or circumstance which isn't meant for that. Even if someone has Bapu Seva, but if he's not open-hearted to the instructions of the spiritual master, even the spiritual master is standing over him with a club, endeavoring to make him, force him to follow, the ideal standard of devotional behaviors. But if the disciple is not receptive, if the disciple is not interested, what can the guru do? We can have the best guru, but if the disciple is not interested, then what is the meaning? What is the use? So many got best guru in Srila Prabhupada, but how many of them, although it is not useless, because certainly any association, any advancement, gradually their sukriti will accumulate and strengthen, and that will give them a greater degree of shraddha in the next life, which will make it possible for them to take more seriously, no doubt. So there's never any loss. But in reality, if we don't take advantage of our guru, if we don't take advantage of the instructions of our spiritual master and apply them circumstantially, then we can go from one Rasik Vaishnava to another, to another, to another, to another for our sense gratification, because we get some false prestige out of sitting at the feet of the Rasik Vaishnava, or we get some entertainment for our pleasure without the consideration of the Guru's needs, without the consideration of the Guru's desire. Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj, I've not heard him directly say it, but one of his close disciples told me that when he was under fire from the GBC for opening up such discussions concerning more esoteric subject matters, Gaur Govinda Maharaj's answer was that, what can I do? I have to show them something. His concern was that so many devotees are leaving his Guru Maharaj's institution because they're not getting the taste. The taste has not been created by the leaders of this movement or the preachers in this movement somehow or other. So they're wanting to leave. But he was concerned. So someone should show something. His endeavor, if we analyze, his endeavor was that to keep the devotees within his Guru Maharaj's institution so they wouldn't all fly away here and there all over to search out the Rasik Vaishnava association that they wanted. It pained him. He says, he told that it breaks his heart to see that devotees are leaving Srila Prabhupada's institution. But now after his demise, his disciples are thinking that it's in the service of his spiritual master that they should leave. This is quite erroneous understanding. Our business is to serve the mission of the spiritual master. It's not to clamor at his feet for our sense gratification of thinking that we can become highly elevated in some way or another without actually doing the real business of surrendering to the instructions of the Guru and to the intentions of the Guru, to understand deeply the purport
of what he's actually trying to give us. So although there may be many institutions and many sadhus, but our real business is to serve the feet of our spiritual master, even if it means that we have to bear the pain of separation. Bearing the pain of the separation helps the disciple grow in his maturity of devotional consciousness. If we're thinking that, oh, I can't bear the pain of separation, therefore forget about my guru and run to the feet of another man, then what is this? Then the question is that we've placated ourselves, but how have we actually deepened our realization of the eternal association of our spiritual master? Krishna wants us to feel separation. The whole the Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya is set up for the purpose of creating the experience in increments of Vipralamba Bhav. We are meant to understand Vipralamba Seva. In the physical presence of the spiritual master, no doubt it is advantageous to have his association, but if we don't understand that his disappearance is meant to create an intensity of Vipralamba Bhav within the heart, and that Vipralamba Bhav thickens the relationship, thickens the experience, and also increases the dedication of heart of the disciple to the feet of the spiritual master. Then if we're not perceiving this reality, if we're not entering into the realm of relishing this reality and experiencing the association of our spiritual master through separation from him by carrying out his instructions, then we have to be accepted, we have to be understood to be on a very less mature platform in our devotional consciousness, in the progress of our devotional life. It's extremely important for us to understand this principle. It is absolutely incumbent that all the followers of the Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya should feel the separation from Krishna, should feel the separation from Guru. That separation from Krishna and the separation from Guru are one, although simultaneously one and different. But we will emphasize the oneness of the point at this juncture. So anyway, I don't want to take up more time, because I think there's Pushpanjali and Artik and everything, and there's also feast. But I just wanted to share with you this anxiety of my heart. Don't leave Srila Prabhupada's mission thinking that there's no good association. Take advantage of your Guru's good instructions. He's left so many books. Just like Srila Prabhupada has left so many books, because many of Gaur Govinda Maharaj's disciples, although I only had about a month of association with Gaur Govinda Maharaj in 1981, at which time he used to always let me lead kirtan, because, I was a kirtan fanatic. So he would allow me to lead the kirtans, for his programs. We went on preaching tour in Orissa. I didn't, have so much association, but still, I feel that it's absolutely necessary for me to express this to all those who are concerned about the legacy of Gaur Govinda Maharaj, that just as our Guru Maharaj has left so much valuable information, that if we simply take it and put it and take it to heart and apply it in our life, then realization of the purpose of all this comes. So similarly, Gaur Govinda Maharaj has, by the grace of his disciples, because we've had some association over the years, they always come to me and give me his literatures as a free gift because they know that I have some heart for their guru, as I recognize him as a perfect Vaishnava gentleman in my association with him. So they wanted to share their inspiration and enthusiasm with me, and I have had opportunity to go through his literatures, and although I don't see eye to eye on everything that comes across, I don't think anyone should expect that every God brother is going to see from the same angle of vision. But I so much appreciate, in general, the points that he brings out in his preaching. Because we are that our business is to go for prema and give up all the other nonsense. This is the real message that he is trying to give us, the basic message. Prema pumartha mahan. Give up the attachments to any other pursuits and go for prema by right means. So I had the opportunity to see what is in his books, and I will say that if his disciples will take seriously what is in his books and what is in Srila Prabhupada's books, just like maybe all of Prabhupada's disciples may not be so inclined to take so seriously what is within their godbrother's book, but if they will take seriously what is in their spiritual master's books and practically apply it in the association of devotees, coming together and analyzing the instructions of their guru and discussing from different angles of vision in order to come up with a more complete picture, then it is not that they cannot attain perfection. Everything is coming by Guru's grace. Guru is not limited by physical circumstance. If we think that because the Guru has physically demised that he has left us, then this is wrong thinking. Especially in Braja Dham, every acharya in our line is eternally residing in Braja Dham. It is not that we don't have the association of our acharya. It is not that he's not seeing us. Our business is to act in such a way that he wants to see us, that he is happy to see us. Not that we try to see Guru, but we act in such a way that Guru is happy to see us. That when he sees us, he is satisfied that we've honored his instructions. When he is satisfied that we've honored his instructions, then he takes from his personal bank account and places the credits of his own transcendental pious activities into the bank account of his disciple, and that is the way the disciple advances. It is not by the disciple's personal endeavor that the disciple advances. It is by the Guru's grace that the disciple advances, and without his grace, there's no possibility of making any advancement. But we have to show the Guru that we want his grace, and the way we do that is by honoring the instructions of the spiritual master. So that is our real business. The instructions are there. All we have to do is open our ears, open our heart, and we can actually inculcate the real message of the predecessor charges and our Guru, and become fixed up in unalloyed devotional service, which will help us to attain the perfectional stage of prema. So anyway, Jai Radhe Shyam, Jai Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namah. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvashesha Shunyavadi Shachadesha Tarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Hari, Giri Hari, Giri Hari, Jaya Giri Hari. Jaya Giri Hari, Giri Hari, Giri Hari, Jaya Giri Hari. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Hari, Giri Hari, Giri Hari, Jaya Giri Hari. Jaya Giri Hari, Giri Hari, Giri Hari, Jaya Giri Hari. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Raj, Jaya Giri Raj, Jaya Giri Raj, Jaya Giri Raj. Jaya Giri Raj, Jaya Giri Raj, Jaya Giri Raj, Jaya Giri Raj. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Hari, Giri Hari, Giri Hari, Jaya Giri Hari. Jaya Giri Hari, Giri Hari, Giri Hari, Jaya Giri Hari. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Govardhana Hari, Jaya Govardhana Hari, Jaya Govardhana Hari, Jaya Govardhana Hari. Jaya Govardhana Hari, Jaya Govardhana Hari, Jaya Govardhana Hari, Jaya Govardhana Hari. Jaya Giriraj, Jaya Giriraj, Jaya Giriraj, Jaya Giriraj. Jaya Giriraj, Jaya Giriraj, Jaya Giriraj, Jaya Giriraj. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hariva, 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 Gaura Hariva. Nitai Gaur Hariva, 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 Gaura Hariva. Nitai Gaur Hariva, 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 Gaura Hariva. Jaya Govardhana Dhari, Govardhana Dhari, Govardhana Dhari, Govardhana Dhari. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Shri Giri Govardhana Dhari ki jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Jayo Jayo, Gopala Jayo Jayo, Radharamana Hari, Govinda Jayo Jayo, Govinda Jayo Jayo, Gopala Jayo Jayo, Radharamana Hari, Govinda Jayo Jayo, Govinda Jayo Jayo, Gopala Jayo Jayo, Radharamana Hari, Govinda Jayo Jayo. Govinda Jayo Jayo, Gopala Jayo Jayo, Radharamana Hari, Govinda Jayo Jayo. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.